Girls in particular are affected by toxic perfectionism, and this can create anxiety that stunts learning and development. Perfectionism is a personality trait that is often associated with a fear of failure, and prior research indicates that girls express higher fear of failure than boys. Fear of failure is associated with lower social and emotional well-being and higher levels of stress, anxiety, burnout, and depression. School closures due to the pandemic have led to significant learning losses, heightened academic pressure, and a mental health crisis among students globally. As a result, there is a need to adapt approaches to student support to build resilience and overcome the fear of failure. The GARC 2022/2023 Action Research topic, The Global Reset, New Opportunities for Educating Girls, presented an opportunity to explore how to support girls in overcoming their fear of failure. Research context. Somerville House is a school in Brisbane, Australia that focuses on educating future fearless leaders. Despite a drive towards fearlessness, the girls are affected by toxic perfectionism, and this can create anxiety that stunts growth, learning, and development. Girls learn by making mistakes, and it is important to recognize opportunity in failure. But this has led to a strange paradox where girls hate making mistakes, so they cannot learn. But if they cannot learn, they cannot be perfect. Some girls are guilty of having a fixed mindset and will avoid goals that they do not think they will do well at or achieve well in. The research project therefore sought to discover how failure pedagogy strategies could be used to transform negative conceptions of failure in 17 Year 10 biology students, with the project taking place from July to December. The research action. In the action research, the extent of fear of failure was measured via the PFAI, Performance Failure Appraisal Inventory, in the pre- and post-intervention tests. The PFAI includes 25 items grouped into 5 dimensions, which are as follows: fear of experiencing shame, fear of devaluing one's self-estimate, fear of having an uncertain future, fear of important others losing interest, fear of upsetting others. A failure pedagogy was adopted between the tests, which involved making small lesson changes that created a safe space for acknowledging, contextualizing, and sharing failure. This involved 3 broad approaches: reframing, reflecting upon, and rephrasing failure. Semi-structured interviews were also used to provide additional information that may be lacking in detail using questionnaires. Results. Participants initially had a higher fear of failure compared to normative data, with all participants indicating that they had avoided doing something because of this fear. Participants also recognized the significance of failure, but feel it isn't always valued in school. I feel as though it is important and a necessary step towards improvement and more advanced learning. However, I still find myself trying to avoid it or feeling ashamed and embarrassed when it happens to me. People of authority tell us that failure is important, yet we are often punished for it, and those who succeed gain their praise and recognition. Results showed that failure pedagogy interventions led to significant improvements in the general fear of failure. By sharing personal stories about failures, failure can be normalized, and by rephrasing failure in a positive way and emphasizing constructive reflection, students can move past their negative self-talk and embrace positivity. Failure can be gender and culture biased. The pressure on girls and their societal expectations limit them. However, by seeking validations from those they respect, particularly teachers, and positioning failure in a way where constructive action can be taken, failure can be used to motivate and improve performance. Conclusion. Failure should be incorporated into pedagogy because it offers valuable insight into how students feel and learn. Failure pedagogies can be flexible and easily incorporated into class discussions or low-stake assessments, and can be used to transform negative conceptions of failure. There was a significant improvement in Year 10 biology students' attitudes towards failure after intervention. But more research is needed to explore different emotions triggered by failure and provide students with tools to navigate future failures.